From the Opopco Studios in Oklahoma City, this is an OSU Update with Gina Mizell. I'm Jenny Carlson. Gina, bowl selections are out, and the Cowboys, we knew that they were on a little bit of a slide losing these last two games, but the bowl selection sort of solidified that. Heart of Dallas Bowl, not what we expected. How did the Cowboys end up falling all the way to this bowl?
It's unbelievable. I mean, when you look at the pecking order, which obviously, as we've seen, doesn't always hold true. This is supposed to be for the 8th place conference team in the Big 12, and the Cowboys finished tied for 3rd, so it's just, like you said, it's an amazing slide for this Cowboy team, and Mike Gundy said he was pretty surprised about it, but basically it boils down like this. They probably should have gone to the Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl, which used to be the Insight Bowl and is obviously in Tempe, Arizona. Obviously, the Cowboys were just in Arizona for the Fiesta Bowl last year, so the Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl takes TCU. Then Baylor gets selected by the Holiday Bowl because they've never played in that game, and because they're arguably the hottest team in the Big 12 right now. Then you go to the Houston Bowl in Texas, obviously. They take Texas Tech. And then the Pinstripe Bowl takes West Virginia because it's an East Coast game. It matches them up against a Big East rival. So you keep going just one after the other, after the other, after the other, and the Cowboys just keep sliding down, and so now they're in the Heart of Dallas Bowl, which is crazy. We thought maybe last week, if they won against Baylor, they'd be set up for the Cotton Bowl, and now they're in the Zombie Cotton Bowl. It's like we would like to call it, maybe.
Yeah, well, definitely not what they were expecting, but they play Purdue, a team without a coach. What can we expect out of this? I mean, they're disappointed to be there. Purdue's not exactly, they're not in a great spot. Are the Cowboys going to be able to get in there, though, and win this game? Because even worse would be losing this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think obviously the Cowboys will be favored to win this game probably by a pretty significant margin. They've opened up as about a 14-point favorite in the early odds that have come out in the last day or so. But, yeah, I think this is a team that Purdue, they rallied to get bowl eligible. They won 3 straight games against really bad Big Ten teams to get bowl eligible. But as you mentioned, they fired their coach, Danny Hope, last month at the end of November, and so they've got a quarterback in Robert Marve, which is a name you might remember from. He was such a highly touted recruit that went to Miami and then wound up at Purdue and hasn't even started his whole Purdue career, but now he's back in that role. So it'll be an interesting game, I think. This will really test the Cowboys' ability to get up for one of these lower tier bowl games after such high hopes. Even 2 weeks ago, you talked to Cooper Bassett and he was almost in tears after what's happened the past couple of weeks. So I'll be curious to see that. Be curious to see how the quarterback situation is managed, and I'll be curious just to see how these young playmakers, there have been so many for this team this year, how they maybe use the extra practice time to move forward into 2013.
And obviously the question of Mike Gundy and his future with the team?
Absolutely. That's probably the biggest one of all, for sure.
All right, we'll be watching all of that. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.